Please subscribe.
PALV, a Dutch company recently announced their first production flying car. PALV Liberty is available to buy. The PALV Liberty price ranging from $399,000 to $599,000, and buyers need license in order to drive PALV Liberty. But PALV is not the only one that developed a flying car. Here is another company with their flying car concept. 1. Terrafugia Transition. Self-built as the world's first practical flying car, Terrafugia's Transition falls into the roadable aircraft bracket as a plane first and foremost, but with road-going capabilities. The project first got off the ground, pardon the pun, with a maiden prototype flight in 2009, but has since stalled, pardon that pun as well, in pursuit of a light sport aircraft license from the authorities. This was eventually granted in June 2016, but Terrafugia still has hurdles to overcome before a scheduled production run in 2019. The Massachusetts company is reportedly aiming for a unit price of $300,000 to $400,000, $240,000 to £320,000, and the Transition will be capable of 100 miles per hour at an altitude of 10,000 feet with an estimated range of 400 miles. And that's with conventional gasoline in the tank. With the wings furled away, it will then be able to take to the streets, although little is known about its ground-going performance. Terrafugia simply promises that it will achieve highway speeds. Aeromobile 3.0. Mark my word, a combination of airplane and motorcar is coming. You may smile, but it will come. This quote, attributed to none other than Henry Ford in 1940, takes pride of place on Aeromobile's website, and much like Terrafugia, this Slovakian company has endured years of development to reach its current stage. The 3.0 is its latest prototype in a quest to construct a flying car, although the firm believes this incarnation contains all of the main features that will appear on the final product in the next 2 to 3 years. As well as having no delivery date, Aeromobile won't say how fast their flying car will be, what its range is, or how much it will cost. The only clue towards the price is that it will set customers back several hundreds of €1,000. That said, we like the elegance of the design. The wings fold away behind the rear-mounted propeller, and the evidence suggests that transitioning between drive and flight modes will take but a moment. PALV Liberty resembles the familiar helicopter with a center-mounted rotor blade. As is the way with these things, a final product is still under development. But the company produced a proof-of-concept prototype in 2012 and is confident of delivering its first model at a yet-to-be-determined time in the future. PALV has at least been more upfront with performance specs. In driving mode, the Liberty should do 0 to 62 miles per hour in under 9 seconds thanks to a 100 HP engine, with a top speed just shy of 100 miles per hour. Better still, the suspension allows the body to tilt into the corners, so it might actually be quite fun on a twisty B road. In the air, the Liberty will have 200 HP at its disposal, with a top speed of over 110 miles per hour and a maximum range of over 300 miles in the right conditions. Maximum altitude comes in at around 11,500 feet, and while vertical takeoff isn't an option, landing should be a piece of cake, the machine needing just 30 m of tarmac to touch down on. The folding mechanism that converts it to a car is clever too. Terrafugia TFX. be forgiven for thinking that Terrafugia would be too busy delivering the transition to work on anything else, but you'd be wrong. This is the TFX, and it's the US company's vision for what the flying car will look like a generation ahead of the one they're currently building. That's ambition for you. Terrafugia admits that it has no timetable for when the TFX will be available for purchase, but has already committed to a number of performance figures. The electric motor pods will produce 1 megawatts of power, giving the TFX a cruising speed of 200 miles per hour and a range of 500 miles. Vertical takeoff and landing will eliminate the need for a runway, and the promise of full automation should ensure that pilots will require substantially less training time before they are allowed to get airborne. Naturally, there are no prices available yet, although it is anticipated that the TFX will cost the same as a high-end luxury car. Bentley and Rolls-Royce, beware. The Maverick flying car. At last, a flying car that really does exist right now. And what a simple concept it is too, primarily an off-road buggy. The Maverick flying car does away with complex folding wing systems and makes do with a parachute canopy and a rear rotor, bearing similarities with the traditional microlight. And at $94,000, 75,000 pounds, it's an absolute steal. On the ground, a flying car is agile and chuckable, and most at home on sandy surfaces. The 2.5-liter Subaru engine churns out 190 HP and is good for a 0 to 60 miles per hour time of 3.9 seconds, ensuring there's no lack of performance when you're confined to the face of the Earth. In the air, you'll have to make do with a top speed of 40 miles per hour. Parachutes aren't designed for speed, but with a 17-gallon tank, the 3-hour flying time will be more than enough to explore the local area. The only drawback is that there are no doors, so wherever you're flying, or driving for that matter, you'd better hope the weather is kind.
Please subscribe.